So I'm Ryan Lalonde, president of MLA Canada, and welcome to another episode of the Real Estate Intelligent, an interview series featuring BC's most prolific professionals. And of course, these are the individuals that are shaping the local real estate industry. I'm joined today by founder and managing director of Nest Mortgage, Scott Gingles. Scott, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be here. I've been super impressed by all the content you've been putting out as recently as yesterday with the pre-sale pulse. So really excited about everything that's coming through in the market and happy to be part of the conversation, the mortgage conversation specifically.
Let's get into it. So Scott, let's start with this first one. And this is a long one, I apologize, but I'm gonna set a little bit of context here. So affordability in our marketplace has been such a contentious topic, 2016, 17, 18, and even as recent as 2019. We're witnessing considerable changes in tax policy through these time periods. Mortgage qualification requirements are also being impacted, in many cases as a result of government tampering and adjusting stress tests. The outcome was an 18-month recession that began in 2019 and began to tap itself out in the early parts of 2020. Buyer sentiment played a huge role in the compression of the market through that time. Today, almost every market is expanding. How much of the change is being fueled by more affordability in interest rates? And how much higher can prices go, considering that lending plays such a pivotal role?
Let's touch on affordability. In a recent CMH survey, 1/3 of new home buyers indicated price and affordability was the number one factor when considering buying a new home. We've experienced an incredible macro environment over the last 12 to 18 months. We've had a very short-term correction in the stock market, but pretty much huge growth and setting all-time highs. Lending and borrowing has been offered at all-time lows, and records have been broken locally and nationally with regards to resale and appreciation in homes across the country. Effectively, we've received the benefits of a recession with regards to low interest rates without the negative impact to the economy in large part. Low rates have impacted the psyche of those buyers who weren't significantly impacted by COVID-19 and the pandemic. There was a heightened sense of urgency to buy and to mortgage to capture the lowest rates before they shot up. According to the CMHC's recent survey, more than 65% of home buyers bought the maximum amount of house they can afford. So how much higher can house prices go? All signs point to higher. Canadians are resourceful, and existing homeowners and families are sitting on a considerable amount of untapped equity. This may be the next avenue for families and buyers to look to when faced with debt servicing constraints.
So 65% of Canadians have maxed out what they have the opportunity to borrow, but we still have strong reserves because of the equity that has been unborrowed against that's already residing in existing properties of British Columbians.
Exactly.
Oh, that's interesting. So your perspective on that is that there's more movement, potentially more fuel that the industry hasn't necessarily tapped in on, but you believe that since interest rates have been the focus part over the previous, call it 12 months of growth out of the recession, your expectation now is that we'll see a transition in terms of how people are financing future purchases.
Exactly. It's getting tougher to qualify for those mortgages. People are at the threshold of their max mortgage qualification, but there's other avenues to tap into, equity in homes and just increased wealth across the nation, which will help support the strong market.
Love it.